Mark in Minneapolis, listening on KTNF. Hey, Mark, what's on your mind?
Hi, Tom.
I'm great, but I'll get better, Mark. How about you?
Here you go. I've been listening to you for many, many years. I got an important question to ask you, and I can take my answer offline so you can go and get to other callers. The first question is this, how does we have a system of checks and balances in our government. We have a legislative branch and an executive branch. Is there a check on when the legislative branch gets a little wacky like this? Is the executive branch and the judicial branch get something? No,
there is no check. The founders, when they wrote the Constitution, they wanted to make sure. Now, and let me follow my logic train on this, Mark. They wanted to make sure that the agency of government that had the greatest power, that is the power to tax, the power to spend, the power to declare war, the greatest power, that branch of government was elected every 2 years. So it was the most accountable to the people themselves, to paraphrase Thomas Jefferson. Now, at that time, at the time the Constitution was written, there was not a single person in the United States who had a net worth greater than $1 million in today's money. Even the wealthy back then were what today, we would consider McMansion upper middle class, right? I mean, if you've ever been to Monticello, it's startlingly small, actually, Thomas Jefferson's house, compared to the homes of just country squires in the United Kingdom or in France. So they just never envisioned a day when the wealthy would own politicians. So now, fast forward 230 plus years, and you've got the Supreme Court over 100 years carefully constructing this doctrine of oligarchy, that really wealthy, powerful people and the corporations that make them rich have rights under the Constitution. Their corporations have rights under the Bill of Rights that were obviously intended to get for you and me and not for corporations. And that free speech protection talked about in the First Amendment, that free speech protection actually means the right of a billionaire to spend unlimited amounts of money building up or tearing down a politician. The consequence of that, of course, is that we now have a Congress that is bought and paid for and that is dancing to the tune of a handful, maybe fewer than 30 billionaires here in the United States. This is something that Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, all those guys are rolling over in their graves right now. Making sense, Mark?
I guess the question. My question goes on to the next thought, and this is what's been bugging me so much. If there is no checks against this kind of nonsense going on, then what's the end game?
The end game is oligarchy.
The end game is saying, I want everybody in America to bow down and profess their love for Jesus Christ. I want all the gays moved away. I want all the blacks back. There's no limit to what they can do.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And everybody bowing down to Jesus, this is how the people whose real agenda is economic get enough people to vote for the people who do their bidding, that they can get their economic agenda passed, is they have those people proclaim themselves to be deep and profound Christians, deep and profound lovers of the military, deep and profound, defenders of the right to own a gun and hunting and fishing and all that manly man stuff. And hating those pointy-headed liberals and who you go to college, God forbid, and when in fact most of these billionaires, virtually all of these billionaires went to college. So it is this is what in the book What's the Matter with Kansas? I mean this is the answer to the question. What's the matter with Kansas? Billionaires. So that's the end game is oligarchy or fascism, Mark. It absolutely is. You're spot on right.